Good morning. I'm Joe. This is Gen 5 Runner, and it's time for breakfast. This is the second in a series of videos on sourdough cooking. The first one was on how to make sourdough starter that's stable for several weeks and perfect for overlanding. Let's get started.
This morning we're going to make sourdough pancakes. Last night we fed our starter with 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of water, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. We do this to make sure the starter is in top condition. So all we need to do this morning is stir it up and measure it out. The full recipe for these pancakes will appear at the end of this video, so you don't need to try and write stuff down now or remember it. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of starter. That'll be enough to make a half a recipe of pancakes for this morning. Now we're going to add 1 whole egg. Many years ago, the former pastry chef at the White House, Roland Mesnier, taught me something about eggs that I'm going to share with you now. He said, if you crack an egg on the edge of a pan or a bowl, you're going to shatter the shell into multiple little pieces. And if you drop one of those little pieces into the bowl, you're going to have a heck of a time figuring out where it is and removing it. If you'll crack your egg on a flat surface, like a table or countertop, you'll break the shell into larger pieces, and if one of those pieces should happen to fall in, it's easy to find and remove. Mix the egg and starter together thoroughly. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of liquid fat. I'm using melted butter, but you could use canola oil, bacon fat, even brown butter. Some chefs say that adding the fat at last will result in a fluffier pancake, but I'm not sure it matters. Next, we're going to add some dry ingredients, beginning with a tablespoon of sugar. You may notice there's a cracker in my sugar. That's there to soak up the excess moisture when we travel, keep the sugar from clumping. Now a half a teaspoon of salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now I add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, but I was out of vanilla extract, so this is bourbon, and it's a delicious substitute. After incorporating all those ingredients thoroughly, we're going to begin adding flour, a couple of tablespoons at a time until the batter looks like, well, pancake batter. If your first pancake spreads out too fast on the griddle, stop, add a little bit more flour. If it comes out more like a biscuit, then maybe you need to add a little bit more water. If you'd like to make your batter in advance to make your morning routine a little faster, this is the point at which you'll stop. If not, you have 1 more ingredient you need to add, and that's the baking soda. Baking soda is a base, and it reacts with the acid in the sourdough starter to produce carbon dioxide bubbles. In other words, it makes it foamy, which makes the pancakes light and airy. So, just before you're ready to use the batter on the griddle, add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and stir it in very well. Unexpectedly finding a clump of baking soda in your pancake is a very unpleasant experience. Let's get these on the griddle. Putting down a little canola oil cooking spray, and here comes the batter. Everyone seems to have a different opinion about temperature of a griddle and how to best manage making pancakes. My philosophy is start with a low temperature and work yourself up. If the temperature is too low, the pancakes won't brown properly, but they will cook all the way through. It's really kind of hard to unburn them, however, so I think start low. As you watch the pancakes cook, what you're watching for is the outside edges will develop little bubbles from the heat. Eventually those bubbles will pop and stay open. When they seem to be all the way around, popped and staying open, but not dried out yet, you want to flip them over. Now the middle of your pancake's going to be pretty liquidy at that point, but it's okay, it'll cook through. If you wait too long to turn your pancakes, they won't be able to rise up properly, and you'll get a dense, chewy pancake. Notice how the centers of these pancakes fluff up as they continue to cook. I don't know about you, but my mouth is watering right now. These look delicious. Now a splash of maple syrup, and they are ready to eat.
Oh my goodness. These are amazing. There's nothing like sourdough pancakes. It's not like Bisquick. It's not like anything you've ever tried. If you've never had them, you've got to try them. Oh, so good. Wish I could share them. Wish I wasn't talking with my mouth full. Hey, that's what you get, right? Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what you saw, please support what we're doing by subscribing. It really helps us out. The recipe will follow in a few moments. You can just click the button on the screen to subscribe. Thanks, and remember, always try to arrive safe and leave clean. Cheers.